Hello, welcome back to the fourth episode of the Gamer Gremlins podcast with me, Nick, Isaiah,
Hello, how are y'all doing today?
Julian,
What the fuck is up, my guys?
and Will. He's on again.
What's going on, everybody?
Yes, sir. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
if you were watching the stream, you'd know that Will said in the first 20 seconds of me starting it, "Hey, you know Eddie Van Halen's dead?" Oh,
Literally in the first
Absolutely
20 seconds, by the
yeah,
way.
he died from cancer, supposedly it says.
Yeah,
So
Bro, I'm
That's-
absolutely crying.
You guys made
Okay.
it sound like I was just like, yo, guys, listen to this. He's fucking dead.
Okay,
He was
guys,
65 when he died.
can we get
Yeah,
everyone
what a
that,
champ.
for
You
people
Okay,
that
know?
let
watching
us hear
this
talk.
video, can we get F in the chat for that
Not too
though?
bad.
yeah, if you're in the
Everyone that's
chat,
watching this
please,
video,
F.
what do we get posted? F in the chat, please.
F, F,
Yes.
F,
On the
F,
stream, thank you.
F.
Okay,
Fuck.
so I kind of
Basically.
that led us off course of what we were kind of going to talk about, but
Wait,
So,
what? Huh?
we were going to talk about the 3080 and stuff, and now we just talk about this.
I thought it was the
Huh?
wildfires we're
That
talking
was
about
a
first.
true podcast moment right there.
It
It
is.
was. All right, so the first thing we have as a topic is the wildfires in California.
Yeah.
So, Nick, you brought this topic up, and for me, I was kind of confused. Do you want to explain to the audience of why we have this as a topic?
Because it's kind of a big issue right now, so
It's a
I
big-
mean,
It's kind of
yeah.
awful.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, it kind of has burned
I've-
like over 1 million acres, and one of the fires is literally 850,000 like acres big right now. So
Just-
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's a big topic.
casually just like a
I mean,
huge.
And
just
then
that
not
was
only that, but it's also burned 4% of all of California. So
oh yeah,
But that's like a
Jesus.
casual thing for California.
all the
Like, that happened,
Cali
like,
boys
isn't it
getting
on there,
dunked
son?
on.
For me, I when I looked on the news, like
The
when my
Cali
mom
boys are
popped
getting
up the
dunked.
news, like every time I had a 3 hour break, like after my sixth period of school, she would pop up the news on her phone, and I would just go downstairs to get me some breakfast, just like
breakfast.
just give me some get a sandwich, maybe that, and then all of a sudden I see the wildfires. I'm like, Jesus Christ, is it hell on earth? Is this
I
hell?
said L.
Is it hell on earth? Because I'm literally looking at it. Like, do you see that?
I just said L dance when I saw the
Hell
news
dance
about it.
Fortnite.
Like, it's
Bro, I was-
sad to see
I
how
was
how
like,
it
It
oh,
is.
is. It's very sad.
It is
It's
very
pretty
stupid.
unpopular of
Yeah,
the world.
It's
It is.
stupid because, like, how do you even? I don't understand how you can light two separate fires off of the same premise of trying to reveal what your baby
Yeah,
is.
there was it all started because of a gender reveal party for a baby that they
Love
literally almost
that.
made a pipe bomb with. So
Yep. And
Love
it's funny
that,
how
guys.
they haven't. It's funny how they haven't done anything to like prevent it from happening again. In my opinion, like they could.
Yeah, no, it's because California doesn't care enough to do controlled fire.
They're just like,
true,
don't do it again, lol.
True. That's definitely true.
True, 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 true,
California
true,
is
true,
just
true,
kind
yeah.
of dumb in general. Like even when I lived there, there was there was tons of fires. Like at one point, my friend accidentally left his truck like window rolled down probably an inch. There was an inch of ash in his car
Oh my god.
just overnight.
Jesus,
What the hell?
Like
God.
it was raining ash.
Yeah, it has gotten pretty
I
awful
thought
there
you
in
said raining
California.
ass.
I don't want to get
Ash.
political, but notice how Trump says when the guy responds. I was watching the news last night. I was watching 60 Minutes, if anyone knows that show
Yeah.
on
Oh,
CBS.
yeah.
I know-
Hell
I
yeah.
know-
I
I know
vibe
that-
to 60.
I
know
was
that.
watching that, and they had this
Like last
guy
night?
that was at that meeting when Trump went to California to talk to like the governor and all of them. And there's this
Yeah.
guy who's an expert on all this stuff, and yeah, he's just like casually, yeah, the Earth will get cooler. It's science doesn't know
Yeah.
The
anything.
Earth is gonna be
Yeah, I
cooler.
don't believe
yeah,
in
that's
modern
true.
science
That's
stuff to
totally
I
solve
will
true.
tell you,
problems.
the Earth is gonna be cooler.
Yeah, like the people who know more than you probably know don't know that much. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally.
Now it's
I mean, they said the Earth is supposed to get cooler over time, but it's
Well,
not
that's a
because
natural
It's
I
not.
mean,
It's,
not-
it's gonna get
it's-
hotter.
it's not. It has gotten cooler, but the Earth itself has gotten cooler, but the greenhouse gases on the surface have made the whole like surface of the Earth hot. That's why it keeps getting hotter and
Eventually-
hotter every year, and now it's
Yeah.
burning the
eventually
ozone
it'll
layer
go
off.
into
so-
a s- Yeah, eventually it'll go into a cycle where we're going to deep freeze again, and then I'll start this whole thing back up
Yeah,
again.
probably.
Like it's not gonna stop.
100%.
Just
Okay,
because, like,
so
even if you wipe out humans, it'll still keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, can we admit, like, from what I know
No.
from science, like, if I'm right, like, the amount of energy we use from the sun is like almost like halfway, if I'm right, or
Yeah,
more than halfway.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Well, we
so
don't use
technically,
energy from the sun. The sun uses energy from other things. Actually, no, the sun doesn't use energy at all. The sun is energy.
I mean,
So
yeah, but at
we
that
don't
point,
use any
Yeah.
of that.
but the
We
sun
Turning-
will.
it's
Well, we
turning
technically
it-
do use the sun for energy
we
because
use
solar
it for
panels.
solar, but like that's not us taking any energy away. That's just us using the energy that we're given. It's
Yeah,
not
I
like we're
mean-
wasting the resources of the sun's energy.
Everything
We just
is
figured out a way to
Yeah,
eventually
and
like
in,
use
like in
it.
4 billion years or something, it's supposed to blow up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4
it's
billion
But there
years.
could be a
Yeah.
chance it
all
blows up
energy.
earlier
Our
than that.
whole
Shut up! We're not trying to
Yeah, all
copyright.
the energy in the universe is gonna burn out at some point. You can't reuse it.
Yeah, exactly.
reduce,
Reuse.
reuse.
Unless it's the
Ikiki.
universe. Oh my god!
Like,
Oh my god! We had a whole
Reduce,
shade,
use.
Julian.
Reuse, use.
Oh my god! Can you not?
I could, but I also can't. So.
all right,
Oh
let's.
my
Okay.
god! Okay, okay.
So,
Damn.
To the next
Will,
topic.
you live in Idaho. Well, I just want to say, Will, you live in Idaho, so you're the closest one to
What is there to do in
to
Idaho?
fire. So,
What do you do?
how's
I
that
didn't
going?
see-
How's the
I didn't
smoke
see-
going over your house?
So
How's it going up there, pal?
I've been gone for probably a week now, but for I think a solid week, I didn't see the sun
Damn.
Nice.
or blue sky. So
It's kind of attractive.
But now there's
Wow.
not a single cloud in the entire sky, so I'm fine.
That's the dance from Fortnite. I'm sorry, I need to stop.
Yeah, you really do.
You need to check up my guy.
I mean, we are lucky that we're not being affected by a fire like
Well,
this.
it
But
technically did affect us because it did go across the entire country, and it did
Yeah.
come over here. Like you could see the haze. Like I was watching Mark Dixon on Channel 3, and he was like, "Yeah, here you go. Here's all the smoke making haze in the entire state." And it's just like it
Yeah.
showed. They showed a map on the news, and it just shows like a giant like cloud basically over the entire country.
yeah,
it's
but I
still-
mean, we're what's it
wind.
called? We're lucky, but because of how stupid it was, like the cause of it was so stupid and like easy to do. Like think about what could happen across the entire world from just stupid
Yeah.
shit like that. That's
Yeah.
scary to think about.
These two fires are the in the top 5 biggest of California's.
Yeah, I think they said that the lake fire, or whatever it's going right now. I think they said it's like 50,000 feet high.
Hey, Peter.
That's pretty
Sorry.
high.
It actually is though.
Yeah, it's just the only reason why fires keep happening there so much is because with these fires they leave all this brush behind, and that creates more fires.
Yeah, it
So-
dries out a ton of stuff. They
Yeah.
just need
Yeah.
to do controlled burns so that all that brush doesn't just sit there and get
Yeah,
really
because
dry.
they cut down all these
Right.
trees and stuff to make a little area where it doesn't spread, and then they just leave it there, and then it leads up to brush, and then it starts another fire.
Yeah, like if you go to Australia, kind of got fucked this year by fires, but like
100%, 100%.
That's what Australia would do is they would do controlled burns. That's why, like, it doesn't usually happen in
Mm-hmm.
Australia, or at least not ones to the great extent that it was this year.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to another topic because
Yeah.
I
I don't want to talk about fire.
Yeah. Okay, so what else do we have? Isaiah, you read them off.
No, I'm right here.
Read.
Okay, the next topic is the
No, I got some here. It's okay.
is the 3080 being sold out. It's so from what I know.
38.
Yeah, 3080. Shush. It's a brand new like capture card or something.
No.
Graphics.
Graphics card.
Yeah, I just said graphics card.
Captain. Sure.
Capture card.
Of course.
Of course.
So
Hey, Peter.
Nvidia can lick my nuts.
Of course, that's what you said. I believe you.
Yeah, so
I believe you. All right.
I was
So from what I
watching-
know, so it said the graphics card went on steroids today, but it seems the new like 699 GPU is already sold out pretty much everywhere. Like
Yeah,
in the
the
US,
3080.
Amazon, Newegg, Best Buy, and even their own website, like the company's website.
yeah.
are either listing the card as being out of stock or only as an option to be notified when the card's in stock. Even stocking checking sites like now in stock.net are coming up empty-handed.
Why has
You
this whole
can-
debacle happened in the first place?
I
Can we
don't
talk
know.
about that?
Because they just couldn't keep up with the amount of sales
People
they
that
were
want
getting.
If
claim
they,
that-
why didn't they warn us then? I mean, that's the
Well,
that's the good
because
thing to
they're
do
like,
as the
oh, it's a
distributor.
new graphics card. It's something new. I don't
Like,
care about
like,
all this stuff I may have to get, and it may not even run because it may crash. I'm gonna buy it anyways. So
Yeah, no, it's because they promised so much out of it. They promised
yeah,
like
basically
you
when they
Yeah.
did their
half the
reveal for
price.
it, they basically said, "Oh, we have this,
Two
that, we have this,
times
that,
the
this, that, this, that. It's
2080.
gonna be so much. We have Nvidia Reflex if you have all this stuff." Blah, 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 blah. And then everyone's like, "Buy, buy, 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 buy." Click, 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 click.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then they released
And
the 3090, and then that sold out instantly too. I think.
Yeah, and here's the thing. There's even a tweet like when they were trying to get it. They said, "So here I am, like 10:30 p.m. less than 12 hours until the graphic card drops. There's like 15 cards available. I was the 14th in line. I will keep y'all updated throughout the night." Like, what?
Finland.
Yeah.
so they weren't taking pre-orders because something that happened that they said was that the problem with the 2080 that happened or like the 20 series is that no one knew what was being put in there. Like they promised some stuff that no one
Yeah.
knew what it actually was, so people were
They
They
didn't
were
know what was in the
curious.
They
Turing
didn't-
model.
yeah, it was kind of deterring. But once it started to pick up, like people start buying them and they had to produce a lot later where they had a lot left over. But the total opposite
Yeah.
happened now, where they promised a ton of stuff
Yep.
and they tried to stock it the same way as they did the 2080, and it ended up backfiring where everyone bought it at the start.
Yep.
That's
They
an
just
L.
they just should really not have like a pre-order specific date. Like they should have it like over time.
Yeah.
You can buy.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
not
they
like
didn't
just
even
one
have-
day, because then it's just sold out, and then for another month you don't have any graphics card, or you don't have people
Yeah.
buying.
Exactly. You
It
can't.
should just be
It's just not a good
during
way to
like
run
a week
business.
period. You have thousands of graphics cards you can hand out to people that buy it. If you
Mhm.
just do one specific
they-
day, it's going to be backed up for months.
Yeah,
Yep.
they didn't.
They didn't really think it
take
out
any
well.
pre-orders.
But well, here's the thing. From what I'm seeing, apparently it's been there've been issues with it too. From what I'm seeing.
Yeah, crashing.
There's been lots
Yeah.
of crashing
Yeah.
because of
The
the cheap chips that they
3090.
put
So
in
I
and
was
stuff.
watching
Yeah.
I was watching Jay-Z 2 Cent today. He was overclocking a 3090 and EVGA one. It's really
Mhm.
nice, but he said that if you want to overclock it well, you have to make sure that you don't put too much power into it, that the fans and stuff just don't cool it off enough and it just crashes. Plus they said there's a chance if you have your phone or any other electronics like that leads
Yeah.
off a signal near it, it'll crash.
Oh,
Like,
from what
That's not okay though.
And they
Like,
said that they said that he was talking about how the SLI bridge to connect two of them. Some of them
Yeah.
you can't connect two models. He even says, yeah, you got to get the same graphics card. But the SLI bridge, everyone
What?
said no one wants to buy it. Yeah, no one wants to buy an SLI bridge. It sold out in 3 minutes when they released it.
Yeah.
yeah, see, that's not okay. You can't
that is
release
not.
a product in that shape. Like, you
Like,
can't
they
cut
need to,
that corner.
Can cause it to be like for it to crash with certain devices that are nearby or
Well,
something.
they said they released a graphics. They released card drivers that said
Yeah,
it's
but-
supposed to slow it down because it's going too fast for the actual chips in it to handle.
So they
Also,
promised
Ben just
speeds
said,
that were
Julian,
too
answer your
fast?
phone.
What?
Ben
Oh
just
my
said,
God.
Julian, answer your phone.
but like what they should have.
What's up,
realized-
pal?
Julian,
What?
we have to finish the project.
We already finished the project.
We gotta make the video.
Yeah, there's an F in.
Well, it's your world though.
Then you'll get on and you take half the rooms and I'll do half the rooms.
Okay. Not now though, because I'm in the middle of a podcast. But
Julian, after your gig, you can get off and do your schoolwork and then you can get back on Fall Guys.
fog, what?
Do tomorrow. Just it won't take that long. It'll only take like 5 to 10 minutes if you just get off and actually it will only take like 5 to 10 minutes.
I know. I'll hop on when we're done with the podcast. It's like an hour.
And then I'm
Well, then L.
Okay, well, then you're not gonna get credit. I'm just gonna do half of it. You're not gonna do the other half.
I mean, I built the thing with you, so there's my credit.
Yeah, so get on now and help me. You're clearly free. You're playing video games. I clearly
I'm
need your
doing
credit.
a okay.
Say podcast.
It's
He
a
hears Fall Guys.
podcast. You're watching the thing, right?
No, he's not. He's blind and he doesn't
Oh,
read Discord.
Okay,
he
well, we're
literally
doing
typed
a
in
podcast
Discord.
right now. That's not just
Can you
playing
tell him
games.
you can get off for 5 minutes?
Okay,
10
fine.
minutes and do this, and then you can get back on your podcast.
That's
Okay, fine.
What?
I'll go to my Discord. I'll drag you in.
Okay, fine.
That's cringe.
Okay, bye.
So
Okay,
what? You
well,
have
I
to
guess I gotta-
leave?
I'll leave for like 5
5
minutes.
Okay,
It won't
good.
take
That's
long.
fine. Okay. So
That's fine. We can
back to the SLI bridge thing. So they said, no one's gonna buy an SLI bridge. No one's ever gonna buy. 3 minutes, it sells out. But here's the
Yeah,
thing:
no.
it's not like before where the SLI bridges would line up. They put them
Yeah.
at the same length away from the end of the card. They made it so the cards aren't all the same. So like one SLI bridge may be an inch off from the other, and you can't line them up. So,
Yo, can we get an F for Ian for not being able to make it?
yeah, I'm gonna type F in the chat.
Yeah, I think a lot of the electronic companies have really been getting their asses handed to them because they're not taking any like precautions. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna go off statistics exactly of last year.
Yeah.
Like they're not taking into like they could do a survey or some shit. Like they need to
Yeah.
realize that they're promising so much, so they're gonna get a lot of
But
like their marketing does work sometimes.
okay, so about like the selling out, like like in my opinion, I'm not saying like I feel like the graphics card was almost that equivalent to like the PS5 literally selling out or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you agree?
Yeah, no, that's like
Because
not
Best
taking
Buy's
pre-orders for the new
because
console.
Best Buy's like freaking website legit crashed. Like no one was able to do anything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And
They
so
crashed.
from what I know, so they tried it out. They were not surprised, even though it's proven popular. Although it does require a lot of power to supply the run. They found that it offers a huge boost in performance over the previous gen of the other graphics cards, right?
Well, yeah, that was
Especially-
something that was promised. So I
Yeah,
hope so.
especially when they said especially when running in higher resolution, like
4K.
4K and using like new technologies, basically. But even that, I don't know.
Like having DLSS and ray tracing.
Uh-huh.
Like, don't get me wrong, the graphics cards, besides them crashing, are phenomenal. Like the Founders Edition, the cooling is
Hands down the
really
best.
good. Hands
Mhm.
down the best. Hands down does what it promises. But it's the way that they've been marketing that's really been fucking it up for
Yeah.
everyone. That's
Like,
why
Yeah.
it could be the best graphics card that never was if it's like
Yeah.
this for the rest of the year and next year.
Mhm.
'Cause
yeah,
I want to
and
get one.
I really do too. And
one.
like I don't know, it's just
I'm
really
debating on my PC to change it to an AMD instead of Intel, because they said that AMD is a lot better at what's it called? My brain, multitasking. So like, 'cause
Yeah.
like
I told this guy
multiplayer
I'm
stuff.
using it for a podcast, streaming and gaming. He's like, well, the best thing you'd probably get is AMD.
Yeah, because multi-core stuff, like being
Yeah.
able
Plus they have more
process
cores than the
things.
10900K.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of want to
So
get Intel though.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta make sure it's capable, or you have the right motherboard and stuff. It's just
Yeah, I got a good motherboard that's good for it. I'm looking at Asus ROG Maximus XI Hero or XII. I can't remember which one. It's really good. It has RGB and it's said it's supposed to be really good for like a junior people at overclocking. So
yeah. I
Mm.
mean, honestly, about the like what you said about the 3090, like don't overclock it like too much, or like
yeah, because like
something-
so I was watching Jay-Z 2 Cents video today, and he was talking about how he's on the leaderboard for like these overclocking this website, and they just whoever gets the highest score. So he was just overclocking. He did the Founders Edition 3090, and he got like rank 7, and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I'm gonna use the EVGA one, and I'm gonna see if I can get a better score than this guy who's talking smack on Twitter. And sure enough, he did over time. But it was like at first he was just like he was so frustrated because he maxed everything out and it still wasn't as
Yeah.
good as the Founders Edition. So,
Mm-hmm.
but then he just tuned it, and then you know what he did after that? He got
What
an
he did?
AC unit. He put a bunch of cardboard, and then he put it like a box to connect
Now,
connect the AC to shoot all the cold air onto the graphics card. It was so good. He did that, and
Yeah.
then everyone's like, "Oh, I know you all are probably gonna be like, oh, condensation. It's not gonna get that cold. It's not gonna get any water droplets on it. It's just gonna make
Yeah,
that little
no,
haze.
like they're hot.
Mhm.
Like
It'll probably get very hot because he was using max power usage on it. So
I forget if
Uh,
it was, like the limit for the 3080 was like 90 something Celsius. Like that's hot.
that is pretty hot.
that
Yeah.
is.
But
That
like they
is.
don't even usually get to there anyway. They get to like even without like cooling, like
Yeah, if you
oh,
overclock it and full load it, yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna
it's
get
gonna
to
get
like 90
hot. But,
degrees.
like as long as you have good circulation, like your CPU will be fine. Like even
Yeah,
without
if you
a
have like a good in and out flow of like if you go from the back to the front or the front to the back, either way, if you have good circulation through it, it's gonna.
yeah, and the thing about the 30 series is that they all vent out the back. So most of the hot air isn't getting sucked up through that fan that points to the CPU.
Yeah, it goes
Still
out the
getting
back.
vented out the back.
Yeah.
All of that is really doing like that's going to be cooler than what the CPU actually gets. Like if
Yeah.
you blow 50-degree air on a CPU, the CPU isn't going to get to 70 degrees. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah, like when they
Mhm.
released the model for like the new cooling, everyone's like rip CPU, because they all thought, oh, hot air is gonna blow on the CPU and kill your CPU. No,
But it's not even that hot. Like
no. Even if it was, if you have good cooling, like if you, even if it is pretty hot, you can still put a fan on the top of your case to blow the air down so it doesn't hit your CPU and it cools your CPU. So
yeah. If anything, the new fan might actually cool it a little bit.
yeah, it probably will, because it may suck
Hmm.
in hot air from
Yeah,
anywhere
unless you're
across
using
it.
like a water cooler, because if you use a water cooler, you don't have to even worry about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get. People, so I've gotten two different opinions on getting this water cooler. I went on to Reddit and everyone says that NZXT is super overpriced. Then I go on Linus Tech Tips and everyone says, "Oh no, that's fine. Get an NZXT." Like I was on Linus Tech Tips Discord, everyone's like, no, don't get NZXT. Get this branded one I've never heard in my entire life. I mean, they say it's all right, but I want to get a branded one, especially because I'm getting NZXT fans, so then I can have a fan controller. And then I go on Linus Tech Tips forum and I ask, okay, should I get Corsair or NZXT? And I'm asking if which one's overpriced, and they said, they're both fine. They're both really good. I'm like, okay, that's a big difference. So
Yeah, no,
I'm just going with what my gut feeling is. I don't even care.
it's like how expensive is it?
160. It's not terrible.
That's a good price.
Yeah, I mean it's a 360 millimeter with a 120 millimeter fan, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
that'll keep it. I mean, even if it is $10 overpriced or whatever, like keeping your CPU cool is like keeping it cool. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, plus it's really cool because it has that little the glass like picture thing, so it goes over your CPU thing there. And on the block it has you can either put NZXT logo, any image you want, or you could put the temperature of the CPU, which is actually really cool.
I've seen that. That looks really cool.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so hopefully I
Mine's
can
not.
get that. That'd be pretty cool.
Mine's just white and it like pulses white. So
Oh my god, I can't type. I can't click on anything. Hold up.
Why?
No, my computer's like
Brain
this.
melting.
No, it's my computer. It's like this.
Oh, okay.
It just has a weird glitch in
like
the system. But what about the
Effect-
crashing issues? Are we done with that crashing issue stuff?
Yeah, we're done with that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
one more
next
thing on
topic-
like the venting thing is that like even mine, which is a 4-year-old 1070, it
Which is pretty
vents
good.
out the back. Yeah,
How looks like-
and
how looks like
you
a-
can put your hand on the bottom of the CPU. It has no cooling. It's just the stock CPU, or not CPU, GPU. And you can put it on the bottom plastic part, and it's not hot. Like venting
It's
CPU
pretty
or
good, I
GPU
guess.
Yeah,
Nice.
like as long as it's not a bunch of static air on the inside.
Also, I'd like to say Julian is sitting in the call with Ben, deafened.
Deafened?
Yeah, he's deafened in the call with Ben.
Why?
It's because he's doing like the recording thing.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's right. He has the good
but
microphone. Ben has the crappy earbuds microphone.
oh my yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so next
Next
topic.
topic. School.
Cool.
All right. So, Will, you're an Idaho. How we explain yours is you're an Idaho, my dude. Explain how
Well,
your
so we
school.
have a hybrid schedule, so it's like sometime 1 week we'll have 3 offline days, 2 in-school days, and then it switches to 3 in-school, 2 offline. We actually might be going back into red, which is all online next week.
Oh,
Which
actually?
I don't really care about because like I still have good grades, but a lot of the kids. So we don't use Zoom, we use Teams, which I think is really
Oh,
stupid.
Google Teams?
Yeah,
Or
but it's
whatever that is, yeah.
Microsoft Teams, I think.
Microsoft, yeah.
Because like I guess they probably offered the school district like a deal,
Yeah.
like use it and we'll
Yeah.
like cut the costs or whatever. But it's dumb because like the servers can't handle like video
Yeah,
calling
plus
very well.
Zoom is just so much better.
Yeah. And it just can't, like, our servers can't handle it.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
more than one person uses their video at a time, the whole thing crashes. And a lot of the kids with their computers, their little fucking foldable computer tablet shits.
Yeah.
Like the computers are for one slow. They're hard to use. The applications on them get really fiddly when you have touchscreen.
Plus, some kids don't have really good internet.
Yeah, some kids don't have good internet.
Why are you guys targeting me? Why are you targeting me? I don't have good Wi-Fi. All right, shut up. I'm trying to buy some new one.
But like, I don't know. I just think our school definitely isn't handling it well. Like the teachers are like complaining about like it a lot of having a lot of work. All the kids that have science like bio, they're
Yeah.
signing 16-page things every single day. Like I had to do an 11-page assignment today, and
Yeah.
the other day I had to do a 16-page assignment.
Jesus.
And then
Ugh.
like we did a poll like of who like if your stuff was working in the past, like have you had any problems in the past 3 days? About 30% of the kids have had problems in the past 3 days, and we've already been in school for probably over a month.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for some kids.
It isn't
No,
really.
it's difficult.
Yeah.
And like the teachers had to learn everything
Yep.
over summer. Like it's not like your guys' school where you had iPads throughout.
Yeah. I just go on my iPad and I do my work on my computer.
I have my iPad mainly like I got my first when like the school happens, like I got my iPad in like the start of middle school. I
Yeah,
can remember
so-
some people getting their iPads like probably on like in middle of elementary.
I was really used to your guys' way because I had an iPad in elementary school up to fifth grade, and then in sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, I had a MacBook, and then when I got to your guys' school, I had an iPad again.
Pog.
So it was
From what I
really
remember-
easy for me to just go to school with knowing how to use that stuff.
And then
like,
it changed,
and
right?
We both used Google Classroom. We both used Power School. Here we use fucking Teams. Like,
Jesus.
you serious? It's
Okay.
confusing to use, and you have to download everything.
Mhm.
Like if someone gives you an assignment, you have to download it to your computer, and then you gotta edit
That's
it on
gross.
like
That is-
Word or something, and then you have to re-upload it and then turn it in.
That's gross.
Like that literally sounds like a bit too much work for a normal student to do. Like at least change it
And-
just a bit.
Yeah, and now they're asking us to do more because there's a lot of kids who can't like. They're like, oh, you got to be more consistent with turning in work. You got to get everything in on time.
Yeah, but the amount of work you're trying to tell them to do just to submit a piece of paper or an assignment, like
It's
really?
really hard and stupid.
What are we
Exactly, like-
talking about?
we're talking about
Oh,
how
PogChamp.
bullshit
I saw you were
school is.
deafened in the call with him.
Yes, sir.
we're okay. So Will's talking about his school system and how we're hearing it. It's retarded.
It is
Yeah.
absolutely fucking
Can
stupid.
you rehash it? I didn't hear.
Basically,
Okay.
I'm saying how it's stupid because the teachers don't know what the fuck they're doing. The students have to do a shit ton of stuff. Like,
Just to submit a piece of paper, by the way,
Yeah.
an assignment.
and then
That's dumb.
like I was really used to like your guys' way with computers and iPads, but now we're using in Google Classroom and PowerSchool. Now we're using Teams.
Yeah. See, why wouldn't they just purchase the Google Suite for school and stuff?
Because
I think they got offered a Microsoft deal with Teams, which I
Yeah.
think because
Teams is just significantly less. It's Google is just so much easier. I've seen
is.
Teams and I've done my research into that because you told me that you used it. I was like, the fuck is Teams? So I looked it up and I was like, why is this so complicated? This is for like businessmen.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
used it in my chemistry class last year for like 5 minutes, and then we just left it.
yeah, my dad
Okay.
uses it for his work.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's no
That's cringe.
they should just
Wait.
buy the Google Education Suite that
Yeah.
we have because it's so much easier.
Mhm.
That's
and our
cringe.
service could probably
so-
handle it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
It's
we'll
easy for the teachers, it's easy for the students. It's a win-win with the Google one.
Mhm.
Microsoft Teams is for like big corporations, like,
examples like Sony or something. Example of that, or like I don't know, like
Nah, Sony probably makes their own, but
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
or
Okay.
like, or we take it to an office, for example. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so let's talk about ours. So Ian, Isaiah, Julian, and me, we all go to school. Well, we all
We both-
have like a weird schedule. It's 4 classes each day,
And
and
they're
each
like
class is
80
doubled.
minutes.
Yeah, each
80
class is
minutes.
doubled.
That's
I've
really-
been doing that schedule my entire life, besides the 6 months I was in Glastonbury.
The
A
thing,
block schedule.
and the
yeah,
thing is
that's
that,
just weird.
I don't like
the
it.
thing is that they're putting us in 80 minutes, and the thing is that one,
I'm a
Like in-
fan because think about it. No, I'm a fan because you only get 4 classes of homework a day.
Yeah, that's what I like about it too. I like that.
Only thing I like.
I like that you have that, and I like how when you're in school, the day goes by quick. It's not
I
like
like
it goes
your
by.
cut, G.
The
So,
day goes by pretty quickly.
no, yeah, it really does. Like, once you get second period, like, I'm already like
Halfway
I'm
through the
already
day.
through. It's about
Yeah,
to be
it feels
lunch.
good.
Like,
Easy.
it's nice, and there's not as much homework. Like, you get a day in between your homework.
Yeah, I have been actually
A
on
lot more
top of my homework because I haven't gotten a ton every day.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I get a lot of homework, but I have multiple.
I have so much
like you
time to
said.
do it. Plus, I
Exactly.
have two. On a day like today, I have my first class at 9 o'clock because I don't have a fifth period, and then after my sixth period, I have a 2-hour break because I don't have a seventh period. So it's pretty
Mhm.
nice. But
One thing that like I was always weirded out by at my old middle school, you would have that block schedule, but every 2 days your class would switch it like time.
Okay.
Like
that's
Math
What the heck? That's weird.
would be first period one day, second period 3 days after that, and then go to third, and then
I
fourth.
mean, I would explain
So
why.
weird.
No, that's weird. Like, why? What's the point of complicating it like that?
okay. Isaiah, talk.
Okay. I was gonna say like the benefits. Like, what are the good things about like the way the schedule works? Like
Homework.
Homework, definitely. That's a
for me,
guarantee.
Yeah, that's a given.
the amount of homework they give is like it's fine.
Yeah, it's
But the
like the
thing
amount of
about-
homework you would get last year. It's just you have it on a longer stretch.
Yeah.
It's almost
But
like
the
they
thing is
don't
that
give you quite twice as much homework, but they give you twice as much time.
And
to do
also, they're very lenient, which is good.
about this.
yeah, they take time to do it.
Yeah, I like
Like
it.
they take time to
Yeah.
do raising but the thing I like just today, like I had a 3-hour break. Like at 9 o'clock, I got a break until like 12:38.
That's pretty pog, champ.
Tomorrow's gonna suck for everyone though.
Yeah,
It
we're
is
all
super
online.
good.
I have a quiz in my geometry class, which is my last period.
I have I think I have a quiz on Thursday.
But the good thing is, I
Quiz to
understand
end
the
the
topic.
day off.
Last geometry quiz, I didn't understand it because she didn't explain it well. This time, she actually she explained it well, and I actually understood it. So I like that. It was nice.
The thing is that like for me,
It's
like,
great. Sorry.
like the way. Okay, did you guys hear or did any of your like parents get an email saying that 25 kids and like 4 staff got the coronavirus in our school?
Yes, I'm
Well, that-
pretty sure.
Exactly. And from what I heard from Ian that one time about his Spanish teacher saying, "Oh, we're gonna open up back the doors like in a couple
Yeah,
of like."
and then what my Spanish teacher said, I'm staying home and it's gonna be closed in like by November.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like at
So
this rate, like there's
Staying home
no
is the
like
key.
the way everyone's putting it. People are saying, "Oh, the pandemic's over." People saying it's not over, and I'm just in the middle. Like I
Yeah,
don't
no,
Facebook
it's not over
camps.
at all. We have like another
exactly,
year and a half of this,
exactly, and people
or
are saying
more,
it's
probably more.
that's what.
Well,
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying.
masks is definitely a guarantee for like the next 5 years, but
Mhm.
the virus itself is probably a year, 2 years tops.
so
Why
Mhm.
the
masks?
thing I
Why
think the
not? Because
virus
one, Julian.
Masks, okay, Julian, it has changed how we think about how dirty the world is and how everyone coughs. I haven't gotten sick at all because I haven't gone anywhere. People are going to realize that. People are going to stay home more. And when they go out, they're so used to having a mask, people are going to wear a mask. Plus, there's a chance that the virus could still be around, and people don't want to take that chance because they're so used to wearing a mask.
So I really think that the virus probably will stay around for a long time.
It's going to be like influenza. It's going to be just like that. It's not going to be as terrible as it was because we're going to be a little bit, at least a little bit immune to it because of the vaccine, hopefully.
Yeah. So no, the thing
They're
is
like
that
lacing Trump up with all these like experimental vaccines and
Yeah, yeah,
medicines
yeah.
and stuff
They
too.
gave
Let's talk
him they
about
gave
that.
him some drug when he first got to the hospital. Oh yeah, we should talk about this. We were going to talk about this the last topic.
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
but I can't remember. Remdesivir, I think that's what it was. They were giving
Yeah.
him that
Yep.
because that's supposedly what they said they've been giving to the people in the hospital. That's helped them recover from it.
yeah.
So the thing is that it's proven that you do build an immunity to it, and like I think even though people will build an immunity to it, it's gonna be like the flu where it will stay around.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah. Speaking of
Well,
flu,
there's
isn't it?
no such thing as an immunity. You can always just get it again,
You
like a
can
different
get it
Yeah,
type.
again. Like
that
you can
is
get the flu
true.
more than
Yeah,
once.
no, 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 no. I forgot. No, 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 no. Stop, stop,
keeps
stop.
evolving.
No, 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 no. This old lady, like, she got coronavirus.
Died.
No, no, no. Julian, shut up. So this old woman had coronavirus, and then she recovered from it. Then not, but she got it again. I'm like,
Yeah, but that's where in a place where she's
that
already there.
Julian, you send me a
She's
streak.
already completely surrounded by people who. But like, how many times has that happened? Like documented 3 times.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there aren't that many people who actually get it more than once.
it
But you're
depends. Like,
always going to build some antibodies that are going to fight back. The only problem, like the flu, is that it just always
yeah, the
It
evolves.
flu
always
is out there
changes
right now
every
too.
year. That's why
It,
they have to make a
it,
new vaccine every year.
Yeah, the Black Plague is still around, but it's
Yeah, it
like
was in like Mongolia they said this year, I think.
there's like 10 people a year, which is like what I think Corona might be is like where it'll still be around, but it's going to be like rare just because people, it's so
People be more scared about it and they'll be more
yeah,
protective.
it's so infectious that it'll eventually just spread to everyone to where they're going to have some immunity to it, and then when it does eventually come back, if it comes back, it won't affect us as much.
Hmm.
Julian,
yeah.
I sent you dub.
And the thing is that like
PhD.
it does require like
Dub.
people like the Dodge have to still test the shit on people, and like you
Why do you
said,
have
Nick,
31
like
drop frames, Nick?
Hmm?
Nick,
That's not
like you
drop
said,
frames.
Nick, like you said, if it's not solved by November or January, they're gonna have to like furlough their research and just start over again, right? So you told me.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll probably eventually have to throw it out
Yeah.
and try something new because I'm sure it is evolving in some way, shape, or form to where they have to restart.
The good thing is though, in Australia, they were kind of a hotspot before, but I was listening to Misfits podcast today, and since they've been in this pandemic, they've had a lockdown for I think 90 days or 100 days,
Uh-huh.
and they said that they're slowly gonna allow people to go back to their regular lives because they said that there's only like in Melbourne where it was really bad, there's only like 0 or 5 cases every day.
See, like
Mhm.
That's how you properly take care of it. Unlike here, where like you have a president who doesn't want to go into
And only had a lockdown for like a week or two.
Yeah, the dude didn't even start wearing a mask until like
Yeah,
very recently.
and here's the
Yep.
thing: when he came back from the hospital, the first thing
He
he
took it
does,
off.
he goes inside, he takes it off, then he goes out for a photo shoot, and then he posts on his Twitter, "Don't be scared about the virus."
Yeah, see, that's
mean,
just
I feel
dumb.
like
That's dumb.
I feel like you shouldn't be scared about it because it's like the average person isn't
Not for
gonna-
yourself.
Yeah,
you
but the
shouldn't
way
be
he's saying
scared.
it is to not be scared and not wear a mask. That's basically what
Yeah,
he's
no,
saying.
I think you should wear a mask, but I don't
But
think
just
you should
I
be
when I
afraid
go to
that-
school, I don't worry about it. I don't worry about the virus. I don't if it's on
Yeah.
the back of your head all the time, it's gonna get to you and you're gonna lose it. But if you just don't worry about it and you just live your life, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the media has like done everything. Like there'll
Yeah.
be 5 media sources who are like, "Oh, this old lady," and they'll just like
There's
name-
people that just go crazy about it and they don't stop.
Clickbait,
Yeah,
clickbait.
and
Yep.
like there's a bunch of these kids or young adults who are just like, "Oh my god, it's so bad!" Like
It's just
yada yada.
not.
They just see it like a random story. They'll get a little bit of it wrong, and then it just keeps evolving into this thing where it sounds like there's thousands of these cases when there's only like 5.
Yep.
It's just dumb.
Like the way
And I
they
think
the way
Feels
they
bad, man.
It
Yeah.
does. It does.
Does feel bad. Feels awful. What else are we gonna talk about?
We are gonna talk
Trump
about the BTS and
Corona.
Fortnite.
Oh, BTS and Fortnite. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I posted
What?
this. I said there's BTS and Fortnite. They had their concert.
Did they?
Cringe. Also, Samsung is doing a thing where they're gonna give away the new Galaxy Fold 2. If you do like, they're gonna stream it on Twitch and they're gonna do like 9 maps you have to do, and it's gonna be pretty poggers.
Yeah.
It's too bad it's Fortnite.
It's actually like
Another
true though. I would be actually interested if it wasn't Fortnite.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about like the way Fortnite just have their skins, like how they all look similarly to Asian or something like that?
Fortnite skins have gone downhill since like season 5.
There's some that are cool, and then there's some that are just awful.
I mean, we can't like
And
no,
both.
like if we look at Thorn for example, like editing, like Nick, can you put this up? Like if you look at it, it looks like Liu Kane
Which
from
one?
Mortal Kombat.
What's going on?
Thorn.
Thorn?
Yeah, like if you look at it, like Nick, editing Nick, when you're editing Nick, when you do this,
Okay.
like put a picture of a freaking Thorn and just you gotta compare it to Liu Kane.
Thorn? Which one's that? Oh, is that the
And-
one with the mask?
No. Like, remember when Epic collabed with Marvel again?
I'm so happy that none of us know what the fuck he's talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Thorn.
I know Julian does because I told him. I know Julian does.
Julian's also muted.
Thorn or Love Thorn?
I think it's I don't know.
The fuck are you guys talking?
Yeah,
about?
what skin are you
Julian,
talking
do you
about?
not remember? Like, okay,
I don't. I don't really
you don't.
care
Okay,
for Fortnite.
all right. Okay, this is just off topic. Forget it. I'm
Is it
kidding.
this skin? I'm gonna post it.
He goes, I don't care.
Where
Is
in the
that the
general?
skin?
Oh no, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about then.
Okay, good. Okay, I don't
Oh,
think we have.
Thor?
Yes, Thor.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
said
I thought you said
Thorn.
Thorn. You said
I said
Thorn.
Thor.
Yes, I
said
know. Yeah, they
Thor.
collabed with him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
and
what Julian
look at
uses.
his
Julian uses
face,
the
like,
Thor
looks
skin.
like Liu Kane.
I don't use the Thor skin. I used it when the season came out just because.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why they made him look so weird. Like this.
He looks
Not at all.
ugly.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, Thor. They did him dirty.
they got Iron Man fine. They got good. They got
Iron
Tony
Man,
Stark looks like a
Wolverine,
shed.
Groot, She-Hulk, Doctor Doom, Storm. Yeah.
Strom.
Aquaman, and they did Thor dirty.
At Captain America, I forgot they added him in the shop.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Captain
about that.
America, who else? I can't remember. Who
A
cares?
lot
It's
of
Fortnite. They suck.
I know, right? LOL. I was just gonna
Exactly.
say, like, who actually cares? Like,
Yeah, and then there's these conspiracy theorists. They're talking about how it's called the Nexus War and how Nexus means two things and how they're thinking that it's going to link the old map with the new map. Because you remember how people waited for like 3 days for them to release the new map and it was just that black hole? Well, they think that's going to connect both the maps and they're both going to go back. Yeah, no, you've been wrong about almost every single conspiracy theory, and then you get surprised after. You're like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen.
yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if Fortnite were to do some nostalgic type stuff like that with anything relating the
It's-
old map, it would just not be the same
Yeah,
experience.
if they bring back the old map, I will play the game. And bring back old
No.
stuff, I will play the game.
I
If they
wouldn't,
don't,
because think about it. The reason why it was so fun back in the day is because everyone wasn't a fucking Adderall builder.
yeah, but the thing
Yeah.
is now I can't load any of the textures on the new map. On the old map, I could literally load the entire map just fine. If I play on the new map, I can't load a single texture. It
See,
takes me
that's-
10 minutes to load in one spot of the map. It's awful.
See, that's what me and Julian had for a really long time. We
Yeah,
never
yeah.
it was wrong. The new season came out. It fixed itself. Me and Julian love the game fine now. But like
I
back-
just got a new graphics card and then it's perfect. So
yeah. See, that just didn't happen for me.
it's just for the lower end hardware. It's just not good.
Yeah, that's why old map was better and the old seasons were better because you could actually load the game fine. Now it's 80 gigabytes of pure AIDS.
You mean fucking old games are good because they were like 100 megabytes instead of gigabytes?
Yeah. COD.
Hit him with the cod, bro.
Okay, let's talk about Trump with coronavirus.
Oh, I
We
am.
already did.
I was.
No, not a lot. We just said like
Oh,
He's really trying to be like that person who's like he wants everyone to be like that so people don't get like completely afraid by the media.
yeah,
'Cause
but
he's
the difference between trying to make people not scared of it and just
Yeah.
trying to brush it off your shoulders like it's nothing and not actually taking into consideration how dangerous it could be is dumb. Because he's making people think that, oh, it's just like the cold, it is whatever, but like
okay,
it's
I'm
like
looking
much
at New York
more
Times
than
right
that.
now to get some info because my brain is fried right now. So
Yeah, my
The
brain
thing
is
is
fried too.
that-
I'm tired.
We're all tired.
Yeah,
man. The thing is
I
that
feel like he's just taking an extreme because the media has too. Like if you think about it, the media has made it like seem it's like a demon, like a spawn from hell. And like
Mhm.
hitting it with that melodramatic, oh it's not that bad, it isn't really gonna fix that. Which
yeah,
I mean
not
it's
gonna
not
do anything.
good. It's not good to do
Just
like
denying the fact that the virus isn't going to be bad, you almost died. It doesn't matter if you think that,
It's like a,
like
a
he said,
normal
there could
sickness.
be, they said on the news, there could be a resurgence and he could have to go back to the hospital if it comes back. It's not like, if he didn't have the most powerful drugs on hand and they didn't have any research about that, he'd be dead. And he
Yeah.
just walks it off
Exactly.
like, oh, yeah.
Like, yeah,
And I'm just going to say this
nothing.
for once.
Nothing.
For almost 10 or 15
basically.
years, Trump has written off almost every single thing that he has done. Like, I'm talking about helicopter rides, plane rides, getting makeup for him, his wife, his kids, getting stuff for his kids,
Doesn't his wife also
stuff
have
like
corona,
that.
if I'm right?
And I like how they haven't released it. And now, every time, if they do release it, he's probably going to be like, oh,
Wait,
it's nothing.
Oh,
It's not
he's telling
real.
his didn't Trump's wife get corona, if I'm right?
yeah, all of them.
Yeah. So literally, so if I'm right, Trump literally just put his whole family in risk for a dumb
Well,
reason.
yeah,
Trump
she
doesn't
got
care
the
about his
virus.
family.
Chris Christie of
Chris Christie really liked the anime.
well the kids, unless the kids have they're like 20s, 30s probably. Like
Yeah.
they're fine. The wife is probably 10 years younger than him. Like he's the
Yeah.
one that's at like a
yeah, it's
high.
true. She's very young. But yeah, they were so supposedly it was from what's it called? The when they were talking about the new Supreme Court justice and they're all there. They're in that area on the side of the White House. No one has a mask on. They're all sitting right next to each other, and then they're all shaking hands and hugging right after it. It's like,
Yeah,
really?
see, it's just
Yeah.
rinse and repeat of
Okay.
stupidity.
What did I?
Two
What kind
oh,
of
we're talking about
stupidity did I
Trump getting
just?
coronavirus. Talking about Trump getting coronavirus. By the way, this
Okay.
is Ian. Just letting everyone know because no one has met Ian.
Hi. I'm that
He's
I'm that
fucking
guy. I'm that
He's a
one guy
taco.
that said that thing, and
I'm
You're-
retarded.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay,
shoot me.
Okay.
Please
Okay,
do
so let me
not.
continue. So, two senators
just
got the
got cut.
virus. Chris Christie got the virus. Trump got it. His wife got it. Kellyanne Conway got it. And who else got it? Who got
Boomers
the
got it.
coronavirus?
Joe.
Political.
Many people have the coronavirus, Nick.
Yeah,
You're gonna
many.
have to
Well,
specify.
no, I'm just talking about political people in Trump's like wing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joe.
I think
The aide to the president got it. Callie McEnany, the lady who does the she's the press secretary, the girl who's always on the news. She's always the one
Yeah.
who talks before the president. Guy for Utah got it, a senator. Guy from North Carolina got it, senator. Guy from Wisconsin got it, senator. Kellyanne Conway.
Senator
White
Mitch
House
McConnell.
principal assistant press secretary. White House assistant press secretary. Trump's campaign manager got it. RNC chairwoman Ronna McDaniel got it, and Chris Christie got it. And he's in the hospital. He literally took himself to the hospital.
Good for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. But Mike Pence, he tested negative. Mike Pompeo tested negative. William Barr tested negative. Even the Supreme Court, the justice for the nominee, she got tested negative. So, but it's only him and his wife that got it out of his family.
That's fun.
Yeah.
see
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, like this is the president. This is the president people voted for.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why did we vote for this?
I didn't. We ain't even old enough
And
for
then
this.
ABC
The
News
president,
said,
my parents will also be voting for
ABC
again.
News said that he, on quote, I had to do it. Trump suggests he got virus as act of political courage. I stood out front, Trump said, appearing to defend the risks he took.
Political courage? What?
I'm not even gonna say. Let's just be honest.
Not so sure about that one, Chief.
Out of all of the candidates in the past 8 years, I would still rather Trump.
Rather
Obama.
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 Okay, well, Obama has his okay. If we
Obama.
could go back to
I don't
Obama
care
real
what he
quick.
does, Obama.
The thing is, that-
Obama is infinitely better than Trump.
Yeah, because Obama.
Okay, but
Yeah,
Obama would-
because he got health care.
You say it because
That's not even why. He just handles things 10,
That-
100,000 times
See,
better
I
than Trump
think the
does.
problem-
With
And
anything.
he got health care.
the
Okay,
thing
we'll
that
talk.
I think-
We'll talk.
Health care.
Shut up.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
So what about the
Obama was
debate?
better,
What about the debate
but
though?
No, we'll talk.
My
Let the
bad.
kid talk.
Like,
Let him.
the thing about Trump is that he was never ever in a political position in his entire life. But the people who get to be
He's a
president have
businessman. He thinks that running
runs the country like a
is like
business.
running a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
When
takes
it isn't.
risks. Politicians don't take risks like he does.
He
And
do.
That's why everyone has a problem with it. That's why
Yeah, because he doesn't understand the difference between
No,
running
I have a
country-
problem with it because he runs this country into the ground with every decision he makes, it seems like.
He
It's
doesn't
the
know
only
the difference between a stock buyer and an actual human being.
Yeah. He doesn't realize the difference of doing things that you may think you can write off and act like no one's going to notice it in a business is the same as doing it as the president that everyone looks up to. You're a political figure. You're not running a business that you own
Like you are,
and you're in
you
charge
are-
of. There's going to be
Exactly.
So he
people
does
that are
that on
going to
the
be
side.
looking at you.
Trump has to show like a representation towards these people, right? But literally, he treats it as if we're like the workers or something.
Plus, I
we
want to
just-
say, have you seen, before Trump was president, did you see anything at all related to him and his company at all before
And his
on the
cum.
news
Nope,
about anything
didn't.
bad he's done? No. When he becomes
I have not.
president and he does every single thing, it's all in the news.
Yeah,
You
it gets
can't do
recorded.
these things and be in the eye of every single person and act like nothing's going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
can't
the
just you
money-
can't just say to a it's like you can't say to a scientist who knows more about something than you do and just say, who cares?
Yeah, whatever. It'll be
The
fine.
Earth's gonna get cooler. Yeah, wildfires aren't gonna
Whatever.
stop. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to get political.
Yeah, no,
just,
I think both.
You just did.
I like how we're saying, "Oh, I don't want to get political."
I don't
and we
want to
just
get
went on
like
like
no. I'm
7
saying I
don't
don't want
wanna
to
political
get
get
rants.
political. That I
Get
just forget about the
political.
conversation.
I was about to talk about the debate, and after the events have happened, because when I could explain like what Trump didn't do in the
I
debate.
didn't even watch the debate. I don't care
Oh, I
enough.
watched
I
it.
mean,
It was
either
funny.
of them are
It
gonna.
was funny.
Nick, how about you explain it? Nick, how about you explain it and like give a brief explanation, and I will say like what did Trump did not do.
It was
What do
so
you-
funny.
then-
Basically, the
has-
entire debate, they both argued, and none of them could get a single sentence in without another person arguing. It was
Basically,
the
basically
statistic.
among
Okay, I just want to say the statistic of the whole debate. Trump and Biden interrupted each other's sentences at least once every minute, and that includes even the narrator.
Oh.
They interrupted him, I think, probably at least 1,000 times in the whole debate.
I saw a Discord
Damn, you're
meme.
playing
It was like,
Among Us
Mr.
at that
Trump,
point.
please stop spamming general.
Wait, what?
No, they both made each other look like complete idiots.
Yes, if
They-
they just didn't
literally had
interrupt
to-
each other and they let each other speak, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, not only that, but they both. Trump was interrupting so much that he never put in a single.
He never put
answer
in any word to talk about anything because he just interrupted and just
And then-
accused Joe Biden about all these things and
Yeah,
just said
and
all
then
these things
Biden
about
would
him.
always go off on something else, like kissing someone's ass.
Yeah.
And would never answer a
Really?
question either. Like you could see him always looking at the camera, trying to talk to the people. But like, sure, I don't have a problem with that. But like, answer the question so we can actually get a fucking debate in, please.
Exactly.
I'd say Trump has flaws and some like good points. Not a lot, but he has some.
I wouldn't say that many.
Like one or
flaws
two.
are a lot,
Yeah.
but
But like he still has some good parts about
I
it.
think
But country-wise, as a president, that's not good. You can't like. Why was he allowed to even be politically like entered into the ballot? Like,
Here's
why-
what I
like,
don't
who-
understand. How is it
who
that
thought
when
that was a
everyone
good
else
idea?
gets when everyone else gets the coronavirus and they go in the hospital and they are recovering for at least a month, he goes in there for like a couple days and then he comes out perfectly fine and takes off his mask. I know you
Because
have the
they
most
lace him
powerful
with
drugs on the
drugs.
planet, but still, you have
They're
the
still
virus.
experimental.
He's
He's
Yeah.
also a
And-
cokehead too, so
Yeah,
that
I
his
mean,
body
if,
shape.
if a person can be in there for months and you're in there for 4 days and they're giving you basically the same thing, really? You don't
Hmm.
have the virus?
yeah, no, it's stupid.
Well, plus
Like,
they even said,
Has he injected Lysol into his bloodstream
yeah,
yet?
that's true.
Mhm.
But they also said that Trump, I guess supposedly, or some political figure or some people were telling the doctors to say things that aren't true, like they're trying to make the situation all positives, and they didn't say anything that
Oh,
could
no.
really.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's
So-
because I think they're
Oh, no,
trying to, not that it's right or anything, but I think they're trying to like do the opposite of the media because the media will take everything out of proportion and they're trying to set the bar as
They're
low as they
trying
possibly
to. They're trying, but this thing is though, you can't just say something it's a lie and then not
Yeah,
get
no,
away
I
with
agree.
it. I mean, or
I
get
agree.
away
Like
with it.
news sources can't get away with it. Like there's still
They're gonna find out. Like you can't lie about things from the media. It's just not
yeah,
possible.
like well, I think the media doesn't lie about things. They just put it to such an extreme.
Yeah, because they see something and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna say this and this and this and this," and then it spreads, and then people get.
Yo,
different
did
opinions
anyone
of it.
else just like mega lag?
No.
No.
And like, I think that like, never mind.
Yeah,
All
Spit
my-
it
no,
out.
I got nothing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just done. I ran out of energy.
Well, it says on here that the highest cases right now are North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin for hotspots.
Hey, that's close to where you live, Will. How you feel about that?
Well,
How
it
you
says
feeling?
Idaho is a little
No.
orange. It says
How you
Idaho is a
feeling,
little
boy?
orange, so
Is Idaho on
Yeah.
the
It's going
the
back up,
East
I'm not
Coast
gonna
shit
lie.
list?
East Coast
No.
shit. No.
Yeah, the East Coast has like a shit list for
oh, worst places.
states that you have to be in quarantine if you just came from there.
Oh, yeah, that's probably one of them. Stuff from Midwest is probably one of them. Like you can
I
go
can
out of you
swear
can
on
go
here,
out of
right?
state and you'll be quarantined.
Yeah.
I went
I-
out of state to Michigan in August for 3
I'm
weeks, and
pretty
I didn't
sure
have to
since,
quarantine.
Well, you can go to
Population
Vermont. You have to quarantine.
You go to Vermont, yeah.
Yeah, if you're in Vermont in the first place, like, what are you doing?
Okay.
That's
Will
factual.
speak.
yeah, I
Will
think
just
the population is so low and everyone's condensed into Boise, which is where I live. The average infected to population density is kind of skewed because, like, if you go to Pennsylvania where everyone's spread the fuck out, like, Pennsylvania's probably not orange, but here it's orange.
Pennsylvania's gigantuous. I had to drive through
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it takes
Let
a
me tell you,
while to
it
get through
wasn't
there.
fun.
Yeah, it's insane. I used to live there for 4.5 years. So
It
I
says in
Hell.
here. It says that the death of 19-year-old Chad Dorrell, a student at Appalachian State University in North Carolina, and it says after a student dies, a campus gets serious about the coronavirus. So.
Like, why is that what it takes for someone to get serious
Yo,
about it?
Shinx Pog,
That
thank you for
is
the follow,
so-
bro.
That is so. Thank you.
followed us right as we're about to like end the podcast.
That's cool.
That's not poggers.
No,
feel
that
bad.
is
You
very.
can watch the VOD back if you want to hear what else we were talking about, and we have a YouTube channel if you want to watch it on YouTube, so you can.
That is
Uh,
correct. We do have a
youtube.com/.
YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Insert
YouTube
link
channel is
here.
the same as our Twitch. Just letting you know. So.
Oh wow!
Yep.
I thought it was going to be called the Gamer Degenerates Podcast.
Makes sense.
Yes, of
It's
course.
actually kind of true.
I'll
Yeah,
post a
no.
link in the chat for you.
I don't actually quite know. I think all of Idaho gets like 600 cases a day. But we've
Jesus.
been
That's
testing
a lot.
Yeah,
600.
we've also been testing a lot more. We've probably doubled our testing in the past week or something like that.
Yo, Will, I think you're fucked.
Oh, by the way, I
Yeah.
think I titled the podcast. It's episode 3, not 4.
Shit.
But
You've been had.
I still
You've been had.
I still know 0 people that have corona.
LOL.
LOL.
You know, my mom is a nurse.
My
and
mom. End sentence.
because there's a fuck ton of coronaviruses out there. So COVID-19 is just one specific one. My mom gets pissed off when people call it corona instead of COVID.
I mean, guys, you guys had 823 on October 5th.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Why?
No.
I thought Connecticut was good.
It's not.
Julian, do you think
No,
Connecticut's
it's
Don't
good?
For
wear
a
in the
while it
country,
was.
good.
Connecticut
think
is
you guys
so
were.
condensed. No,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
because of it.
you're right.
Yeah.
In July and August, it was really low.
Man,
So
what the fuck?
freaking.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
It was awful. I hate
No. What Ian
Yeah, me
just
too.
did.
it. Die.
All right, I can work on that.
But like
Okay.
ours were
Okay.
really low, really early. Like in March, the average in April was like 20 to 30, and then it started skyrocketing when people did.
It says all of Northeast is in like the
Yep.
lowest, like for the hot spot though. Like compared to what it was at the beginning.
Yeah, no, it's because it was swept over the East Coast first.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, October 5th really did fuck us because we doubled our
Physically or
case testing.
It's
So it went
Spooktober, dude.
October 4th was 226, and October 5th was 868. So basically the same.
Oh
as you
my.
guys.
Ooh.
But that's the highest it's ever been,
Yeah,
and
that's
we have 44,000 total cases. You have 60,000. So it's like. It's just like,
But we've still gotten very low death rate. That's the thing.
yeah, you
There
guys
may
have
be
a-
people who get the virus, but we have a very low death rate.
all
guys
right.
have
We
a-
need more people to die so people will take.
Oh, hey.
yeah, you guys have 4.5.
Die, motherfucker.
You guys have 4,500, and we have
That's what I'm
4,000.
hearing from all of y'all.
You just have a lot of old people where you guys are. Like, there's a lot of old.
Yeah, we
That's
got a lot
true.
of boomers, dude.
You old fucks.
Yeah,
As
so-
one of my friends like to call it, it's the boomer remover.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I
I didn't
remember that.
remember
I
who.
remember that. I used to say
I
that
didn't
all the
remember
time.
who, so it
Yeah,
was you
so-
who said that. Credit William.
Hey,
Mhm.
Credit where
Yeah.
credit is
I
credit.
said
was
that. I
boomer.
said that before quarantine started. I'm like, yo, the boomer remover.
yeah, but that died off and then it came back.
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it just-
agree.
No. No, not really.
Would be like that.
I think the numbers are very skewed because of, for one, there's population density. Two, there's number of cases per day reported. There's
Get
three,
reported, kid.
how many people are even getting tested per day? So that's going to skew it. If you're getting 10,000 people tested a day, you're going to have a lot more than someone who's or a state that's getting tested like 1,000 people a day.
Get reported, kid.
Yeah. How long this podcast has been? I think we were like too
We're
far.
a
an
little
hour.
over an hour and 5
Eee.
minutes.
An hour and 5.
Yeah.
Oh, that's recording.
Man's got to eat in a bit.
Yeah.
I want to eat soon. I'm starving.
Yeah. My mom's making Mexican.
I am.
Mexican. That's
Honestly, the Mexican food here is pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. For it being north, like everyone that moved here from,
cool.
everyone that moved here from California, everyone that moved here from California,
Cool
"Bring the
beans."
Mexican food with you." One
Yeah.
thing I'm happy that
Poggers.
that Connecticut has is the amount of just snow and ice. It's awful.
Ice.
Snow can suck my nuts.
Dude, I still have PTSD from
PTSD.
from playing Minecraft modded Serene Seasons and building my base in an extreme hills biome.
PTSD.
I used to have in Connecticut was on a really steep hill, so my dad would literally have to. It was on a really like thin road, so he would have to back up to the side of the road, and he'd have to just speed up the hill. Like he couldn't get up it any other way because it was just
PTSD.
covered. It was awful. That's the only reason why we moved, is because the weather and family.
I don't know why I'm talking
Just
about
AIDS.
Okay,
The
well, let's
family.
wrap this up because I'm getting kind of
Yeah.
brain dead and
You're always
we've been
brain
talking
dead.
for a while. Shut up. I'm getting
Dude,
really
I've
like
been
brain
brain dead.
I'm getting really brain dead. Like I can't think. So
Hmm.
we're probably gonna wrap this up. Ian is
Yes, sir.
Bye.
the new person that you've met. He would have
That's been
he would have
for
been on before, but he had to be
The
Word.
rest of my family had to be cringe.
yeah,
so
cringe, that's the word, my brain. He had to be a cringe lord nene ass baby and
Oh,
not get
God.
on because he couldn't talk. So
See, I'm a guest, and for some reason I've been here twice. So
yeah, well, a guest can be on multiple times. It's just
No,
because Ian wasn't gonna be on most of it, so I'm like, oh, and Will's right next to the fires, so I mean,
Totally
poggers.
fire.
We're gonna have a person who has
Totally
first-hand knowledge
fire.
of the fires.
and he's getting butt fucked by the 3080.
Yep.
oh, did you talk about the pipe bomb?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about the pipe bomb and how it
Yeah.
started the fire.
Yeah, and I think we don't have to talk about
I'm
it
proud
anymore.
of you.
Also, we were
Ryan
talking about the
started the
3080
fire.
and stuff and the 3090 and the SLI bridge and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So,
I
Did you
don't
guys talk
think
about why they were crashing?
yeah,
Okay,
kind of.
we can stop
Yeah,
Cheap
for anyone who
chip,
missed that, you
cheap
should
chip.
let us know.
Cheap chips.
Yeah, it was the power delivery. It was
Yeah.
the cheap. They put cheap chip.
Nick,
And we were
Nick, you're
talking
gonna
about
make
how
your
they came
brain-
out with a new graphics card update to
Nick,
slow it
you're
down.
making your brain
so it
deceased
doesn't...
even more. Don't do this to yourself.
Cheap chip.
Yeah, you're only
Yeah.
promised the clock speeds on the box.
Yep.
I mean,
Don't-
And then if
don't
you
do
do
that,
overclock it and put all the power to it, it's gonna crash. And plus, if you have your phone near it, there's a chance of it
Hell yeah.
Get the
crashing.
ones with MLCCs, not the
Yeah.
postcard.
Emergencies!
Ryan
Or just
started
get
the
the founders of
fire.
shit.
Okay, so
so
we're probably gonna finish
yeah,
this
then
up. So
End this right now.
everyone, Isaiah, Julian, Will, Ian, and me, Nick.
All right.
It has
thanks
been
for,
fun.
Thanks for
Thank you for
tuning in to
watching.
the Gator Gremlins
Or
podcast,
listening,
where a
or
bunch
listening.
of degenerates talk about random stuff.
You should
Yeah.
check out Spotify, Lamau.
Okay. Have a good day,
Okay.
everyone. Later.
Have a good day, everyone.